Sup boys, Ludo here with the 12.0.5 PTR notes. Finally a new big patch and let's go through it. We have a lot of stuff to go through and yeah, we've seen the championship now. I've been complaining about same classes, all the videos I've done, Sub Rogue, Fire Mage, Frost Mage, Misfear, and I said that there are a few outliners like Windwalker that could be getting nerfed, and all those classes will only those were kind of represented in the there. So, and I've had multiple clients. Hey, Subrogue sucks. Fire, Mage sucks. Yeah, okay, right, sure. Now, let's get going. I found this site on the Reddit, and it seems like it's all compiled on one place. So I think we'll try to go through this and see how it goes. So let's go with our first class, Demon Hunter. I mean, I could go through these too, but I think we just start with the most important thing, and that's class changes, right? Maybe we can go through these at the end, what we have here, right? By the way, I've completed the 15 different specs above 1.8, you know, but I just complete spec above 1.8, so I get a feeling how it is at the moment. So I'm trying to do it for every single spec right now, and after that we'll be pushing them to elite. So yeah, let's get going. Demon Hunter, what changes do we have? First, what changes do I want to see? I think Havoc is honestly in a good spot. Like, it's not good, like it's not great like other classes, but I feel like it's just balanced, you know, like it's just balanced. Now Devourer I've talked about. I really don't like that they can get kicked when playing Annihilator on the Devourer, that because if you're playing against example Warlock, Mage, 6-second kick, 5-second kick, it's done, you're done. You know, like Wind Shear, it's not gonna do much, but you know, Mage Kick and stuff like that, you won't be fake casting Devourer against Frost Mage, right? So they're literally almost unplayable against at a little bit higher rating, right? Now the other build is very annoying, and it's really annoying to play against. I'm gonna tell you that it's really annoying to play against. And I think maybe we should nerf the glimpse resets. It's really annoying to play against, right? So those are my thoughts on the Demon Hunter. So let's see what we have here. Sweet Suffering has been updated. Now increases the duration of Feast of Souls by 1 and 2 seconds instead of 2 and 4 seconds. So Feast of Soul is the ability that increases our damage when we are collecting those souls. This is actually a big nerf. This is actually a big nerf. Okay. I mean, let's be real. Devourer is doing a lot of damage. It's really doing a lot of damage, but it's really squishy. So I'm fine with this, but I'm hoping we're gonna get some defensive buffs, okay? Even though we did a little bit in the last patch, but... Removing Grim Focus via macro right-click in the arrow will prevent it from reapplied for 10 seconds. Grim Focus, I have no idea what it is, but I'm guessing it's you know, this is some abuse, okay, so definitely fine. Demon Hunter, Devourer Reverse Magic, okay, this has been introduced in the last patch, so this is old, I guess. Okay, this is just customization. We have a lot of stuff here. So, Soul Immolation has been updated. No longer deals self-damage, now heals for 24% of your maximum HP over its duration. Very, very nice. That's what we're talking about, some self-healing. Spontaneous Immolation has been redesigned. Soul Immolation heals now for additional 6% of maximum HP over its duration, and its cooldown is reset upon killing an enemy that heals experience or honor. Well, in PvP this is not gonna do much, right? So maybe in BG it's gonna be okay, but not really. Eradicate now deals separate damage to its primary target and its area damage targets. Okay, I think this makes sense, absolutely logical. Feast of Souls is no longer capped at 20 stacks. Oh, I see. That's why we are nerfing it, right? So this is why we are nerfing it up there, because it's not gonna be capped anymore. So in the end, this is a big buff. We could be at 30 souls. We're probably not gonna be like at 50 souls, but we could get, you know, 25, 30 souls. So in the end, it's not like, it's gonna be balanced out probably, right? Reverse magic, okay. Okay. Voice card. Now the voice card is, in my opinion, a bit more problematic build here. Burning Blade has been updated. Now affects Hungering Slash, was Reap. Okay. So Burning Blade is gonna affect Hungering Slash. And now it additionally increases Reap's damage by 20%. So I think this is gonna be a nerf, because you Reap way more often than Hungering Slash, right? So they wanna make you more melee, because you wanna go in with the Hungering Slash to get the Burning Blades. But they're increasing Reap damage, I guess. Okay. Untethered Fury has been updated. Now increases Void Ray damage by 15%. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Monster Rising has been updated. So this is a guild increased while not in demon form. Now increases Collapsing Star damage by 15%. Ooh. I mean, is this gonna make us go Collapsing Star in this build? I don't think so still, honestly. But interesting. Okay. Violent Transformation. Entering Void recedes the Hunt of Voidblade and Hunt. Okay. Now additionally causes the Hunt to deal 25% increased damage and reset the cooldown of Soul Immolation. Interesting. So we can heal up, what was it, 26? Again, 26, so 50% HP we can heal up in one go on this build. Very interesting. Student of Suffering has been updated. Now increases Mastery by 4% and grants 2 Fury. Ooh, this is a big nerf. This is a big nerf, okay? But it's gonna reduce that one-shot burst, right? So we got some very nice buffs here. I mean, this is gonna be a useless buff. This is gonna be okay. And this is gonna be, a little, in my opinion, a nerf. But this is a nice buff. Blind Focus has been updated. Now increases cosmic damage dealt by 2% instead of 3%. Okay. And so, yeah. It's doubled in demon form, so it's 2% again. Less damage in demon form, which is our burst. Okay, so I think this is fair for voice card. It's really, if you know what you're doing, it's really kind of unfair to play against, honestly. Lately, there have been more and more voice cards, and it's really not fun to play against when you're playing some other class. You know, I played it. It's fun to play, but if you're playing against it, it's not that fun to play against. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? Now, Vengeance, not really important, but Piece of Soul now instantly heals upon activating Soul Cleave. Okay, that's cool. Untethered Rage trigger effect now lasts 12 seconds instead of 10 seconds. So we're getting some buffs on the Vengeance Demon Hunter. Fracture base cooldown reduced to 5.5 from 6 seconds. Again, some nice buff. Annihilator, Celestial Echoes. You see what I like about this site? It shows abilities. It's very nice. Whenever, like, I just came to this site, I just hovered, and I knew, this is gonna be very nice. So, Celestial Echoes now causes Fracture to generate 3 additional Fury and deal 25% increased damage. Was 5 Fury and 30. Okay, so this is a nerf. And this seems that it's all for Demon Hunter. So all in all, small buff for Vengeance, nerf to Voice card, Devourer, nothing for Havoc. I think it's fine. I think I'm fine with the Demon Hunter patch notes. I think they're fair. Okay, let's see the next class, Druid. Restoration. Now for the Druid, honestly, I think Druid is completely fine. All specs. You know? I think we can leave it to this. It's balanced across the board. Feral is great in hands of a good player. It's bad in hands of a bad player. I think that's how Feral always is. Boomy is really strong. Resto, again, hardest healer in the game. Great in the hands of, you know, it's the same as Feral, right? So I think Druid is in a good spot right now. Okay, let's see what we have here. Raz damage increased by 40%, Starfire damage increased by 40%, Star Surge damage increased by 40%, Sunfire damage increased by 25%, and Moonfire damage increased by 25%. Okay. Interesting. So we're getting some juicy buffs to the Druid damage. I think we missed one here. Okay, this is all Druid. So I think I'm fine. Like I haven't seen Druid stopping the chart, so this is completely fine. If we're comparing this to Priest, which sometimes does more damage than the damage dealers, you know, sure, why not? Okay, Druid. Air Bloom, so this is Apex Talent, right? Now heals for 25/50% of Life Bloom, Final Bloom on 6 allies. Was heal on all allies for 30%/60%, reduced beyond 5. Okay. Blooming Frenzy now triggers 3 times instead of 5 times. Ever Bloom, Life Bloom stacks every 5 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Okay. I haven't played Restoration Druid yet, so I mean, this sounds like a nerf, right? Is it fine? Seems fine to me. Like, Restoration Druid is okay, in a good spot in my opinion, so I'm fine with it. Apex Talent Air Bloom rank 2 and 3 has been redesigned. When Life Bloom's final bloom occurs, it heals all allies within 40 yards for... Oh, okay. So this was just the change to this redesign. Okay, well, we'll see how it plays out, right? Okay, the last change. Ooh, we have some nice changes here. Balance. Meteorite has been updated. Every time Starfall drops a wave of stars, Meteorite also falls upon 2 targets in its range, each dealing astral damage. Okay. And Meteorite projectile damage reduced by 30%. Completely fine, you know. This is not gonna do anything, right? It's very minor, very minor. Okay, let's see what we have for Feral. Unseen Predator, so this is gonna be an Apex Talent, we're changing something here. Gains Unseen Attack. Damage is reduced if less than 5 combo points and 50 energy are spent on Ferocious Bite. Interesting. Rank 2 has been updated. Unseen attacks increase your damage done by 8%/15% for 1 second per combo point. Additional applications extend this effect. And rank 3 has been updated. Tiger Fury causes you to perform Unseen attack for maximum damage after you next 2 combo points generating attacks. Rip and Unseen damage increased by 30%. Okay, now I haven't, like, Feral is my next spec I'm gonna play. So I don't know. I'm unsure about this, honestly. This has been redesigned, so we will see it on the Wednesday or Tuesday, right? We'll see how good it is and how bad it is. Unseen Slash and Unseen Swipe base damage increased by 25%. Completely fine, completely fine. I don't think we are seeing any big changes here. I mean, Apex Talents are gonna be probably a big change, but since I haven't played it, you know, I don't wanna say too much. I think Feral is completely balanced, right? Wild Guardian, rank 2 and 3 now grant 1/2 charges of Dream Guide or Dream Scenarios. In rank 4, 9 powers more, causing you to deal 40% additional damage over time. Okay. Galactic Guardian interaction with Red Moon has been adjusted. Stacks of Lunar Red are now consumed upon spending 20 rage. And Regrowth cast by Dream Guide now heals for additional 100%. Now Guardian has been definitely, in my opinion, the strongest tank. And these changes are just gonna, you know, keep it that way. In my opinion, right? Like, I don't see Guardian changing its top spot for the tank. Okay? Okay, let's see which class is next. Should be Evoker, no? Evoker. So Druid, after all, not much changes, right? Not much changes. Now for Evoker, I think Priest is actually not that bad anymore. It could definitely get a little help, but it's pretty decent. Devastation Evoker, really strong actually. Augmentation, I have no idea. I haven't seen a single one, and I played a lot of games. I haven't seen a single one, so I have no idea. Preservation. All healing reduced by 5%. Okay, doesn't apply to PvP. Verdant Embrace mana cost reduced by 27%. I love this change. Very nice. Very nice. Very good change. I like it. Evoker. Unravel. This is drag damage from firebrand consumes. Okay. Increased by 300%. Yo, this is gonna be doing so much damage to the shields. Imagine this one-shotting the cocoon. This would be crazy. I don't know how much damage it actually deals, but if it's doing 300% of spell power, that's big. Times 3, 900% of spell power. That's juicy. That's juicy. Okay, this has been reverted. We're not even gonna read it then. New talent, Temporal Barrier. Summon a vortex of temporal energy, absorbing 900% spell power and applying echo at 30% effectiveness on your target and up to 4 allies within 40 yards. Replaces temporal anomaly. A vortex of temporal energy. Interesting. So is it just gonna be in a vortex? Like, for example, Ursal Vortex, just, you know, in that vortex? Let's see. Sounds interesting, though. Resonating Sphere effect has been added to Temporal Anomaly. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is this part. Okay. So, nothing crazy. Draktyr, this is just for cosmetics. We'll do that maybe later. Blessing of the Bronze is now castable on friendly players who are not in your party or raid group. Okay. Augmentation. Ooh, there's a lot of changes for augmentation. New talent, Mighty Inferno. Inferno's blessing damage is increased by 40% and your effects that extend Eber might also extend. Inferno's blessing replaces Molten Embers. Again, I have no idea, I haven't played augmentation. Inferno blessing will now correctly always apply to the casting Evoker and will no longer apply to the pets. Okay. Regenerative Chitin has a new icon. Molten Embers has been removed. Chrono Warden. New talent. Chronal Dynamo. Living Flame cast time is reduced by 0.2 seconds and it deals 50% increased damage or healing when it is non-instant cast. Replaces energy cycles. We're removing a lot of stuff and just replacing with different talents. Weird. Preservation. Temporal Anomaly has been redesigned. We've seen this being removed, right? Upstairs. Again, these are Apex talents. Fluttering Seedlings has been redesigned slightly. Emerald Blossom sends out 1/2 flying seedlings when it bursts, plus up to 2/4 additional seedlings if Emerald Blossom heals fewer than 5 allies. Okay. Well, this is pretty much always done in PvP. Each seedling heals an ally up to 40 yards away. Fluttering Seedling healing increased by 67%. Ooh, very nice, very nice. This is a good buff. Very big buff. It's now considered a green spell and its healing is increased by whatever this is. Ouroboros. Okay. The Apex got buffed real nice. Life Giver's Flame now also functions with Deep Breath, causing the first 5 targets to heal nearby allies for 80% of the damage done. Another very nice buff. Very nice. Oh, we've read this already. So is this last thing we have for Evoker? It is. So all in all, nothing for Devastation. Augmentation, honestly, I don't want to comment because I'm kind of clueless about it. But for Press Evoker, I love it. Both Verdant Embrace mana reduction and Apex talent is getting very juicy buff. And I'm seeing Press Evoker in A tier now. I'm seeing it. Okay. Okay, what's our next class? Hunter, I think. And I think we need to go from the bottom since, you know, there's sometimes removing stuff, right? Yeah, Hunter. The following changes are intended. Okay, Sikkim has been updated. So this is for survival. Now triggers from strike as 1 critical strike was kill command. Okay. Very interesting. Launch has been updated. No longer grants Wildfire Bomb cooldown reduction. Now additionally grants 2% agility increased by additional 2% while dual wielding. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I like this. It's actually interesting. They're doubling down on dual wielding. Okay. Hog Strider. Oh, guys, I forgot what I want to see for hunters. Honestly, I think hunters are balanced except survival. Even though I've seen that Big Max is on the top of the ladder, I think survival sucks for average player. I've been top 100 survivals last season. I've been on marksman even higher, and on BM top 18, 19. So hunter is one of my mains definitely, and for me, survival is horrible. Like, I'm not enjoying playing it right now. I don't know. I really need big redesigns on the survival. Okay, this is my personal opinion, but honestly, in my opinion, it just sucks. BM is really strong. Marksman is not as strong as people are trying to portray it, right? It's not as strong as people are trying to portray it. So it's definitely okay. I like the lunge. Okay, pack leader. Pack leader, I think I'm a sentinel fan because it just gives you one extra button. Okay, so pack leader I don't like at the survival because it just feels like it doesn't have buttons. Hog Strider has been redesigned. Okay, each time your board deals damage, the damage of your next boomstick is increased by 5% up to 20%. Okay, so boomstick is gonna hit hard. Hoof and Blade has been redesigned. Now increases Hog Strider damage by 2%. Interesting. Sharpened Fangs now additionally increases the damage Wildfire Bomb deals to its primary target by 15%. Ooh, this is actually good buff. So additionally to all of this, it's gonna give 15%, okay. Little Bars now grant 1 focus instead of 2 focus. Okay, so this is a nerf. Okay. But overall, for now, I'm liking what we see here. Let's go next. We have a lot of hunter changes. This is nothing. This is nothing. Okay, okay. This is gonna be juicy. This is gonna be juicy. Let's read survival first since we're on survival now. Sharpened Bomb has been updated. Additionally causes Wildfire Bomb to grant 15 seconds, 15 focus over 3 seconds. Interesting. Sharpened Bomb. Okay. I like it. I like it. Takedown now communicates that it removes root. Ooh, very good. Very good. I like this. Honestly, I didn't even know it was removing the root from your pet. I mean, I just played it for 1 day, right? But good, I like it. Okay, marksmanship, one of my favorites. Precise shot has been updated. No longer reduces the global cooldown and no longer provides bonus to auto shot. Damage bonus reduced to 50% from 100%. Now affects kill shot and black arrow of 100% effectiveness. I don't like this change at all. At all. This part I don't like. This part. Why? Why are we doing this? This is... I'm really not liking this, honestly. This is fine. I mean, this is great for the Dark Ranger. Amazing. But this part... It just... You know, this part makes it more enjoyable. Yeah? It just makes it more enjoyable. Warlock Warrior has been redesigned. Consuming precise shot has 30% chance to grant precise shots. Ooh, interesting. The damage bonus of precise shot is increased by additional 15%. So this means if you consume, for example, if you consume precise shot with black arrow, and for example black arrow gets reset, and interesting enough, precise shot could get reset as well, then you can, you know, do another black arrow in a precise shot. That's gonna be very cool for Dark Ranger, right? That's gonna be very cool for Dark Ranger. Unmatched precision now increases precise shots damage by 10/20% instead of 20/40%. So this is a big nerf. This is a big, huge nerf. Okay. Small Game Hunter has been updated. Now increases explosive shot damage by 15% and volley damage by 25%. Very good. Very good. I like it. I mean, volley damage was meh, explosive shot damage, whatever, as well. Eagle accuracy has been updated. Now increases aim shot damage by 5/10% and rapid fire damage by 10/20%. Good. Good. I mean, we can see what it was doing here. I can't know all the names, but if it's a buff, very nice. Explosive shot, sharpen shot, and precision detonation have returned, baby. Let's go. Let's go. This is what I was calling it. Since we started doing these patch notes, I was begging for this. I said, nerf the damage, I don't care, just bring back the explosive shot, baby. And we have it back. Someone from Blizzard was listening. That's what I like to see. Amazing, beautiful. I love the change. It's so good. Now I'm forgetting about this. I don't care. Like, it hits, but this, I love it. I love it. Steady shot damage increased by 100%. Arcane shot damage increased by 33%. Very nice. Since we were nerfing precise shots, I like this. So it's gonna equal it out in the end, right? Multi-shot damage increased by 33%. Not a big deal for us. Few of the talents have been removed. Bullet hell, in the rhythm, lethality, and target acquisition. Okay. They're gone. What can we do? Sentinel, can't miss, won't miss has been updated. Now increases the precise shot damage by 10% from 40%. Ooh. This is a big nerf. Are we even gonna run precise shots? Now think about it. Arcane shot baseline has been buffed by a lot, and precise shot has been demolished. At this point, are we even gonna run precise shots on the Sentinel build? I don't know, because this is a big nerf to precise shots. And it's a big nerf. Okay. Let's see what else do we have for Hunter. Is this it? I think that's it. So all in all, is Monk next? Mage is next, right? Mage. All in all, no BM changes. I think I like survival changes. I like the dual wield thing. They're kind of doubling down on that. We might see some changes for that in future. For the marksman, I love the changes. I don't like one change. We talked about it, but everything else, big thumbs up. The gameplay is just going to be way nice, way enjoyable. Let's go. Let's go. Mage. What is this? What is this? Is this... Okay, I think we're gonna need to scroll. Maybe we can do it like this. No. How are we gonna do this now? Okay, Mage. I'm just gonna scroll, I guess. Arcane. Now Arcane isn't as represented as the other two, because it's definitely way worse, right? I would say Arcane is a B tier, and these two are just Fire and Frost are insane S tier. They're super strong. We need the nerfs on the Ray of Frost. We need the nerfs. Fire Mage still pumps like crazy. Combustion is really strong. Everything else is whatever. So we can buff outside combustion damage, but we need to nerf combustion damage. Now for Frost Mage, we know what's the deal. Arcane Mage can get some buffs as far I'm concerned, right? Okay. Arcane pulse time is now 2.25 seconds, so 0.5 second longer than usual. And its cast time is reduced by 8% for each arcane charge you have. So you won't be casting Arcane Pulse at 0 charges, right? Fixed an issue where arcane missiles and either attunement, talented, or overpowered missile proc would target critters and pull them into combat, whatever. Icicles have been updated, no longer generates rapidly out of combat. Good. So at the start of the combat, I guess, I mean, it's not gonna do much, I guess. We will be consistent in combat. Maybe this is gonna be a nerf in BG. Glacial Spike now has duration of 60 seconds, was unlimited. Okay, again, same, you know, in Arena it's not gonna do much. But in BG, you know, it will, I guess, sometimes. Apex Talent, Hand of Frost, rank 4, no longer grants additional charge of Rare Frost. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now causes Rare Frost to generate 8 hands of frost over its duration was 4. Rare Frost damage was increased by 30%, was 25. Okay, you know, I think we can deal with kicking one, but the other one was kind of annoying, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Removing one charge of Rare Frost, I'm gonna take it. Okay, okay. Okay, now we need to scroll to the next mage. I mean, we could type in Frost, but who knows, maybe because we could skip something, right? Okay. Rank 4 Hand of Frost will once again grant 2 charges of Rare Frost. The change has been reverted. Wait. Does this mean Rare Frost got buffed damage-wise? But it's gonna keep 2 charges of Rare Frost. If this is the case, Blizzard developer is a mage main. 100 million billion gazillion %, bro. He's a mage main. Or his boyfriend is mage main. Okay. Let's go next. This kind of pissed me off now. Fixed an issue. Okay. Frozen Orb now can be cast without the target. We need major nerfs. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? Yeah. Did Mage did Mage avoid nerfs completely? Completely? It actually got buffed? Okay, can this be for real now? Can this be? Is it possible that Mage got buffed? Okay, we will not comment Mage ever again. Let's go next. Mistweaver. Okay, so for the Monk we know what's the deal. Mistweaver is the strongest healer in the game. Windwalker is very strong. I'm a Windwalker lover. This is one of... Usually this was my main, always. Windwalker. So if I say it does need to get nerfed, it does need to get nerfed. The one shot is too crazy. But I would honestly buff the damage outside of the burst. Okay, I would reduce those random one shots and just give me more brawling damage outside of the burst. I personally prefer that myself. I know a lot of people might not, but I think that's gonna make the spec more fair, and we could get some defensive buffs. Let's maybe make Karma 100% absorb. 45 Brew is pretty nice, but we don't have pretty much self-healing. Willfire does nothing. We need something. Maybe a damage, base damage reduction, or stamina buff, or something, some passive damage reduction. It's really squishy, right? So what do we have here? Sorry, we need to go from the bottom, right? We need to go from the bottom. Windwalker. Crashing Fist has been redesigned. Okay. Fist of Fury damage is increased by 20% instead of extends duration by 1%. It's probably gonna end up the same, right? But Fist of Fury channel is really long. So at some point, you know, you just want to cancel it. Apex Talent. Tiger Eye Brew has been redesigned. Every 3 chi spent generates Tiger Eye Brew. Okay. Zenith consumes up to 20. That's the same. Tiger Eye Brew stacks to increase your critical strike chance for its duration by 2 per stack. Generates quickly up to 10 stacks. Well, that's pretty much the same. Up to maximum 30 stacks. Okay. I thought the max was 20, no? Tiger Eye Brew rank 3 has been redesigned. Zenith now grants access to 2 additional Zenith stomps. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what they mean by this, but okay. Zooming battle gear may now additionally trigger from spinning crane kick. Oh, interesting. Reducing the cooldown of Fist of Fury by 0.5 seconds for each unique target struck. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like this change. This is a very interesting change. Zenith Storm now generates 2 chi. Zenith no longer generates 2 chi on cast. Okay, but we are getting 2 Zenith Storms, so this is completely fine, right? This is not a nerf in my opinion. This is completely fine. Let's go next. Did we miss Mistweaver? No, we didn't. Mistweaver. Zen spheres can now be applied by Rising Sun Kick and Rushing Wind Kick. Okay. Whatever. We have a lot of stuff here. Brewmaster. Master of Harmony. Harmonic Surge has been redesigned. Casting Celestial Brew or Celestial Infusion grants 2 charges of potential energy. Honestly, I don't know what this is for Brewmaster. I didn't play Brewmaster in a while. So your next cast of target palm or Wavify consumes all charges of potential energy to cause Harmonic Surge. Harmonic Surge for each charge of potential energy deal nature damage to your target and nearby enemies and heal up to 5 allies damage and healing increased per stack of potential energy. Whatever. Right. Potential energy has been redesigned. Casting Cake Smash grants a charge of potential energy. Whatever. Coalescence has been tooltip updated, so some tooltips have been updated. No big deal. Mistweaver. Spirit Font now causes enveloping mist to be instant cast. Okay. That's a buff, I guess. Way of the Serpent no longer causes shooting mist and crackling jade lightning to be cast while moving. Ooh. Oh, this is now default behavior. Oh, okay. Okay. Emperor Elixir tooltip has been updated. Conduit of the Celestials. Inner compass now rotates its stance on an 8-second timer. Ah. Okay. That's fine. I think I prefer it this way, honestly. Master of Harmony. Harmonic Surge has been redesigned. Casting Thunder Focus T grants 2 charges of potential energy. Your next cast of Tiger Palm or Vivify consumes, so it's the same change as the Brewmaster. Potential energy has, yeah, is the same changes as Brewmaster. Stupid changes, like what are we doing here? Who cares? Ooh, player versus player monk. There we go, Mistweaver. Mana T restores 50% less mana in PvP combat. Does this mean Mistweaver might get now, finally, right? Like, you would anyone in the game with Mistweaver. You can't lose on mana. You can't. You can't. So this could mean that Mistweaver could lose on mana now. Very interesting. Very interesting. I like it. Life Cocoon absorb amount reduced by 25% PvP combat. Nice. It was way, like, it's unbreakable almost. It's really strong. It's really big. Reduce the cooldown of Life Cocoon by 30 seconds in PvP combat from 45. So, another nerf, 15 seconds longer Life Cocoon. Very interesting. So we have very good nerfs for Mistweaver, I would say. I think these are very fair and I like them. Next. Mistweaver, all healing reduced by 5%. Shaylun's gift healing increased by 5% per cloud instead of 10%. Nice, good nerfs. Windwalker, Tiger Eye Brew now increases critical strike chance by 1% per stack instead of 2%. Okay, so we can have max 30 stacks, we have max 60% crit. Still good if we have max 30 stacks. It's never gonna happen, we're gonna have max 30 stacks, you know. But let's say we're gonna have 15 stacks. 15% crit is not gonna do much, honestly. So this is a fair nerf for Windwalker, I think. I think we don't need to nerf it anymore, I think, maybe. What are we thinking about it? Maybe, as I said, you know, as I said, same thing as I said at the start for Windwalker. I think it's still the same. I think this is a fair nerf. For Mistweaver, I really like the nerfs, and I think they're completely fair. And let's see how it's gonna go this way. I think now it could be still the best, but you know, very close in power to the second best. Okay, which in my opinion is Priest. Okay, next, who is after Monk? Is it Paladin, really? Is it really? Okay, what do we have here? So for Paladin, what I think is Holy Paladin, I think, is fine. Red Paladin is really strong still. It's really strong still. S tier, easily. Prot Paladin as well, really strong. Needs nerf. Prot Paladin, okay. Red Paladin does need a slight nerf as well, in my opinion. I mean, guys, I want all classes to be A tier, you know, not S tier, like Sub Rogue. Like, they are S tier. We need to dial them down to make them balanced, so everyone can have fun, right? Not only those classes. And, you know, if you're playing those overpowered classes, you don't want to be, you know, everyone complaining to you because, well, you're overpowered and they're not, right? So I think the best is for everyone to be balanced. Okay, let's see Paladin. Holy, Apex Talent, Beacon of the Savior, causes Flash of Light and Holy Light to move Beacon of the Savior to their target once per 5 seconds. Okay. Walk into the Light has been redesigned. Now increases the chance for infusion of light to occur by 100% during Avenging Wrath. Very interesting. Okay. I haven't played healers yet this season. I've played only DPS, almost all of them for now, more than half. So, you know, I don't know how good this is, right? Holy Ornaments now generates 3 holy power. Was it generating no holy power? I mean, this is kind of big if it was at 0, right? So this could be a nice buff, but I think Herald is everyone's playing melee wings that I've seen. So why is this getting buffed? If it's getting buffed, I'm uncertain about this. But whatever, no big changes, I think. Holy again. But nothing applied to PvP, but let's quickly reading. Holy Shock increased by 10%, Word of Glory increased by 20%, Eternal Flame increased by 20%, Light of Dawn Healing increased by 20%, Greater Judgment Absorb increased by 250%. Okay, but nothing in PvP though. So this is it for Paladin. They're really, I mean, they really do have favorites. You know, they really do have favorites. I would rank it like this. Mage is at the top favorite, then it's probably Paladin, then it's probably Rogue, and then it's the rest. Okay? That's how Blizzard sees their favorites. What do you think about this? So this is the only priest we have. Interesting. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Atonement now causes spell damage to heal all targets affected by atonement for 28% of the damage done was 35%. Does not apply to PvP. Okay. So nothing applies. Okay. Power World Shield Absorption increased by 25%. Void Shield Absorption increased to 25%. Flash Healing increased by 25%. Shadowment Healing increased by 25%. Power Word Radiance Healing increased by 25%. Plea Healing increased by 25%. Nothing applies to PvP. Holy, all healing increased by 8%. Doesn't apply to PvP. So, nothing for Priest. 0. Is Shaman next? Seems like it is. So, I forgot to say for Priest, I think Shadow needs some love. I really love Shadow Priest, and I think it needs some love. Okay. Honestly, what I would do is probably I would bring back the stun. It really sucks to play without the stun. Like that's my biggest concern right now. Okay. And maybe buff a little bit of dot damage, in my opinion. Okay, I want it to be more rotty class. Now for the Shaman. Enhancement is really strong. I've been really deleting people with Enhancement Shaman. Elemental Shaman actually doesn't feel bad at all, and Elemental Shaman is decent, but it's pretty tough to play, I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty tough to play right now. And Resto Shaman, I think, also needs love. Resto Shaman, to me, feels the weakest healer. But, you know, Resto Shaman feels like the weakest healer to me. So I think we need some buffs on the Resto Shaman. Okay, enhancement. To better reflect their effects, the names are blah blah blah. Overflowing Maelstrom secondary effect has been updated. Each Maelstrom weapon stack consumed grants Overflowing Maelstrom, reducing the cast time and increasing the healing of your next healing surge or chain heal. Overflowing Maelstrom can accumulate up to 20 stack, benefiting each cast by up to 10 stack. Okay. Like, I'm unsure what they mean by this, honestly, now. Like, it sounds the same like before. If I think it's healing, you know, currents, whatever that talent name is, but they changed, have been swapped. So, so this is okay. I see. I don't know. They really worded this weirdly, but whatever. I don't know what they're meaning by this, honestly. um, what a stupid, like, they should have worded it barely and explained it a little bit more. All healing increased by 8% doesn't apply to PP. Why not? Like, why not? All damage increased by 30%. Very nice. Very nice. I think they're trying to buff all healers' damage to discipline level. Or Holy Priest. Holy Priest actually pumps as well. This is nice. I think rest of Shaman is not on their level, definitely. So this is it for the Shaman. Like, not many changes, guys. Not many changes. Who's next? Rogue? For the Rogue. Again, Sub-Rogue Nurse. Guys, I played Sub-Rogue full blue gear, just one cloak purple, and broke 1.8 in 4 or 5 lobbies. And I suck as a rogue. I think that says enough, right? I think that says enough. Now, Assassination actually does pretty solid damage, I ain't gonna lie. But I think like it has few weird bugs, and I'm not liking, like, I've noticed on Assassination that Crimson Tempest is sometimes, you know, it's not prioritizing players, which is really annoying. Like, I cast it 5 times against Demolock and it doesn't spread to him. It's really annoying. So, like, I hate that. And there are a few, you know, weird interactions as well on Assassination that you know, if they fix that, I think it would be fine. The damage is really not bad. Now for Outlaw, I wish they made it more tanky. Okay, I wish Relentless Blades, or whatever it's called, gave cooldown, you know, cooldown reduction on evasion and vanish, and I think Outlaw would be nice because it's doing solid damage, you know. So let's see what we have here. New talents, Sanguine Vial. When you deal the killing blow to a target that yields experience, the cooldown of Crimson Vial is reduced by 15 seconds and your next use heals. So this is for PvE. Airborne Irritant has been updated. Blind has 50% reduced cooldown, 70% reduced duration, and applies to all nearby enemies. Okay, doesn't matter for PP. Assassination new talent, Negotiable Contract. If the target of your death mark dies, again, this is for PvE. Death mark jumps to nearby enemy combat for its remaining duration. Trickster. Cloud cover has been updated. Activating Adrenaline Rush creates a cloud of smoke for 10 seconds, allowing attacks from within the cloud to apply phase, stacking up to 2 times. Effects persist for 10 seconds after leaving the cloud. Adrenaline Rush. Trickster for a... What? Adrenaline Rush is Outlaw talent. What what are they doing? They don't even know what... I'm guessing this is for Outlaw, like... Okay. Ace Up Your Sleeve has been updated. Between the Eyes has 3/6% chance per combo point spent to grant 4 combo points that resets its own cooldown. Okay. Fine. Was this a 2 choice node, or is it now 2 choice node? Not a choice node, like, you know, double node, you know what I mean? Because if it was 5% only, and now it's 3/6, you know? Oh, so this was getting changed, I'll see. So it was a 2 node. Interesting. Okay. So this is actually a buff, right? If you put just 1 point, it's gonna... This is big. It's bigger to get 2 combo points than just 3% damage, I think, right? So in my opinion, this is a buff. Subtly. Trickster. Cloud cover has been updated. Activating Shadow Blades now creates cloud of smoke for 10 seconds and allowing attacks from within to apply phase, stacking up to 2 additional times. Effects persist for 10 seconds after leaving the cloud. Well, this is only for distract, so whatever. But who knows? It could be good now. Right? Could be. But we'll have to test this. Rogue. We have some changes here, okay. Destination. Deathstalker mark has been updated. Garrote applies 3 stacks of Deathstalker mark to your target. Unless Deathstalker mark is already active, you learn mark for death. When you spend 5 or more combo points on attacks against a marked target, you consume an application of Deathstalker mark dealing 120% plague damage. I like this, honestly. We got some new interaction. Mark for death. Move your active Deathstalker mark to your target 10 yard range, 20 second cooldown, 25 energy, and not on the global cooldown. Mark for death is intended to be a tool to allow Deathstrike to move their Deathstalker's mark to a new target. Ooh, this is very cool, huh? You can do some swaps on this. This is very nice. For example, Priest PS's the kill target, boom, you swap to the death mark to the other target. Crazy, very nice. This is a big buff for Assassination, in my opinion. Deathstalker, Shadow Strike applies 3 stacks. Oh, so this is the same just for the sub. Could this make Deathstalker viable now? It could. Honestly, I think it could. We just have to see how the numbers are. Not bad. Not bad. But what are we... Okay. I mean, Deathstalker was trash for sub rogue, definitely. And for... So this will make it viable. Could be viable, right? What do we have after rogue? I think it's Warlock, right? So for Warlock, I think all classes are balanced. I said last patch when the Affliction was buffed by a decent amount, it's gonna be A tier, and boom, there we go. Affliction is pumping in the hands of good players. Like, it's really, really good. And you know, a few guys were saying, nah, Affliction sucks, Affliction, blah, blah, blah. But it's really good. Affliction is good, but it's just hard to play, guys. Just hard to play. You know, like Pharaoh, for example. Very hard to play. But it's really good if you play it right. Now, for Demo, I think Demo is super strong still. Honestly, Destro seems the weakest out of the 3, to me. Destro seems the weakest, but I think it's not in a bad spot, though. But it seems the weakest. Okay, so let's see what we have here. 1 out of 1, so this is the only... Okay. Demonology. We're updating Grimoire Fel Ravager to utilize Devour Magic instead of Spell Lock, due to how powerful... Ooh, this is a big nerf. Secondly, we're updating the spell that Hunter and Jailer, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see. Grimoire Fel Ravager has been updated. Summons a Fel Ravager to assist you in combat for 20 seconds and will purge one beneficial magic effect from the enemy. Turns into Devour Magic while on cooldown. So we won't be using Fel Ravager now anymore, I'm guessing. Like, why would we, right? Who cares about one purge? Like, this is an enormous nerf, enormous. Hunter and Jailer, Soul Barrage has been updated. Release a volley of chaos magic that deals chaos damage to the target and up to 10 additional targets within 10 yards. Okay. We swap position of Chaos Incarnate and Inferno to make it easier for Hellcore to avoid taking Inferno while trying to access Chaos Incarnate. Additionally, we are updating configuration of Chaos so that it benefits both Conflagrate and Shadowburn. So Conflagration of Chaos has been updated. Conflagrate and Shadowburn have 100% chance to guarantee your next cast of either ability to critically strike and increases damage by your critical strike chance. This is very nice. I think this is really nice. Icon has been updated. Swap locations. Okay. So this is it for lock. This is it for lock. And the last but not least, Warrior, my beloved. Do I need to repeat myself again? What we need is loot removal, slow immunity. Damage is good, but we need slow immunity on the Warrior. It's unplayable against good players. In a lobby where there is a mage, it feels unplayable. You know, in lobby, imagine a Evoker and Frost Mage lobby. Just imagine that, like, even if you're the god of the gods warrior and you're playing against 5 times worse players than you, you're still gonna lose because there is no way that you're ever gonna reach them. Ever. It's just, you know, rock, paper, scissors. So it needs more mobility. And honestly, I think it needs at least 5 to 10% damage reduction or something. Maybe a defensive stance buff or overall, you know, damage reduction buff. Damage is really fine, but it's squishy. Plus mobility, right? Okay, Warrior. Mortal wounds now trigger from Mortal Strike and Slam instead of Mortal Strike and Cleave. Great. Great change. I like it. I like it. Colossus. Practice Strike now increases Mortal Strike and Slam damage by 15% and Cleave and Mortal damage by 15%. Okay. This is good. Slayer. So Colossus is the only one that's played, right? Slayer needs some big buffs. Slayer is garbage. Like I was playing Slayer. Slayer is my go-to. That's my favorite. But it's garbage. It's still playable. I reached, you know, in the first... After first week, I reached top 38 arms with Slayer only. So it's definitely possible, but it's really garbage because everyone else is colossal. Reap the Storm now triggers when Whirlwind or Cleave hits 3 or more targets. Chance trigger changed to 15% from 20%, so this is a PvE change. Imminent Demise no longer causes sudden death to trigger Reap the Storm. This is a nerf. Why? Unrelenting Onslaught now also increases damage dealt by Bladestorm by 20%. Bladestorm is pretty much a DPS loss, you know? So, is this enough? And this is a nerf. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not liking this. Like, Slayer needs more love. Way more. This is nice. But Slayer definitely needs more love, okay? Fury, Hack and Slash has been redesigned. Rampage has 100% chance to refund a charge of Raging Blow. Raging Blow blows. Okay? So, whatever, who cares about Hack and Slash? Improved Whirlwind now causes Whirlwind to apply Rend to all targets if Rend is known. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I like this change. Reap the Storm now triggers when Whirlwind hits 3, so same change as arms, except chance to trigger down from 30% to 15%. Weird. Imminent Demise no longer causes sudden death to trigger Reap the Storm again. Horrible change. Why? Unrelenting Onslaught now increases damage dealt by Bladestorm for 20%. Again, is it gonna be enough? Probably not. Again, Slayer is garbage, everyone's playing Mountain Tane, and for a big reason. For a big reason, right? Ooh, now I remember, guys. What Fury needs. Anger management needs to reduce cooldown of Bladestorm. Until then, Slayer is dead. Until then, Slayer is dead. So it needs to reduce cooldown of Bladestorm. Otherwise, Slayer, we can, you know, we don't even need to talk about it. Now I remembered. Protection, Colossus. Practice Strike now increases shield slap damage by 15% and revenge thunderclap damage by 15%. Okay. Warrior, do we have something else? Breaking Throw will now be highlighted when... Okay. Shattering Throw, okay. Slayer. Reap the Storm has been updated. Again. When Cleave hits 3 or more targets via improved Whirlwind, you'll have 15% chance to unleash a flurry of steel, striking all nearby enemies for high physical damage, implying overwhelmed. Whatever. Imminent Demise has additional effect. Okay. When sudden death strikes multiple targets while sweeping strikes, you have a 100% chance to trigger Reap the Storms. We are sweeping strikes. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Reap the Storm. When Rampage hits 3 or more targets via improved Whirlwind, you have a 15% chance to unleash Flurry of the Steel, striking all nearby enemies for... So this is gonna be again... this is not gonna happen on Slayer 3, right? Because you're gonna use this only on Mountain. Imminent Demise has additional effect. When sudden death strikes multiple targets while improved again. This is for PV. It's not gonna do anything for PV. Rend radius increased to 10 yards from 8 yards. Great, because 8 yards. What is that? It's useless. Crushing combo. Remove the cooldown from your next 2 uses of cleave instead of 3. PV change. Demolish. Area of effect strike radius increased to 10 yards from 8 yards. Okay, buff to Colossus again. No Slayer buffs. Dominance of Colossus reduces the cooldown of Demolish by 5 seconds when you would gain a stack of Colossal Might. Instead of 2 seconds? Yo, this is a big buff to cooldown. Big buffs. But Colossus is dominating. Like, they should buff Slayer way more. Rebuild Storm chance to trigger increase to 20%. So again, from 20 to 15 to 30 to... They're just changing it all around. Whatever. So this is a slight buff again to Slayer. I mean, it's not actually a buff, it's just back to what it was. Storm Surge causes Avatar to increase the damage of Thunderclap by 10%, was 50%, and reduce its cooldown by 25%, was 50%. We're nerfing Fury. Okay. No Frost Mage nerfs, by the way. Okay. So, Rebuild Storm chance to trigger increase to 20%. Okay, still, it was 30% for Fury, don't forget that. So, Fury is gonna be, again, nerf. So Fury just getting a nerf. Okay. Protection, demolish area, strike radius increased to 10 yards from 8 yards. Dominance of Colossus reduces the cooldown. So pretty much the same as the arms, right? Same as the arms. Mountain for protection. Storm Surge causes Avatar to increase the damage of Thunderclap by 10% instead of 50% and reduce its cooldown by 25% instead of 50%. Again, same as Fury. Do we have anything else? We do. Do we have anything else? No, this is the last change for the warrior. Let's hope it's gonna be good. Arms, Slayer, imminent demise no longer requires sudden death to damage a second target to trigger Rebuild Storm. So they're kinda reverting this again as well. Same for the Fury. So they're clueless what they're doing, okay. Protection. Storm Surge, so this change has been reverted. It wasn't reverted for the Fury, I guess. Right? It was reverted for the Fury. And guys, this is it, I guess. I think we went through every single class. If I missed something, I hope I didn't. Oh, I did. Death Knight, what the fuck? Death Knight. How did I miss Death Knight, man? That's a lot. Let's see. So for the Death Knight, we have Frost is insane one shot. Frost is insane one shot. Okay. That's probably gonna get nerfed a little bit. It's really good. It's really strong. Now for Unholy, again, burst is really strong, but outside of the burst, it's really weak. And honestly, I would buff the damage outside of the burst. Okay, because I don't think Unholy should be a burst class. Like, Frost is a burst class. I don't think Unholy should be the best class, but, you know, I don't know. Apex Talent. Chosen of the Frostbrood. The ability used to recall Frostworm is no longer on the global cooldown. Cool. This is nice. I like this. Deathbringer. Echoing Fury secondary effect has been redesigned. Casting Reaper Mark grants 1 staff of Exterminate with 100% first psych and 100% second sight effectiveness. Okay. Exterminate has been updated. After Reaper Mark explodes, your next 2 abilities or first psych cost 1 rune and summon 2 psychs to strike the enemies. The rest of the effect remains the same. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I'm completely fine with these. New talent, Cycle of Death. Putrefy reduces the cooldown of Death and Decay by once. No big deal. Death and Decay reduces the cooldown of Putrefy by 0.3 seconds for each enemy damages, up to 3 seconds. I don't think this is no one's gonna pick this. Raise Abomination has been updated. Disease Cloud no longer causes enemies to take increased damage from minions, now deals plague damage periodically to nearby enemies. Huh. That kinda sucks. Soul Reaper has been updated. No longer consumes all available. Oh no. No longer consumes all available charges to cast Putrefy. Instead, it grants 1 charge of Putrefy when it is Cast, move it up to the second gate in the talent tree. Ooh, this is bad. This is a huge nerf to the burst, guys. Huge nerf to the burst. This is really bad. I really don't like this. I think this is a mistake, should be reverted. Future the Echoes has an additional effect. Putrid now consumes up to 2 available charges on the cast. Okay, I see. So that's how we're gonna, okay. Lesser ghoul damage reduced by 17%. Why? Pestilence renamed to Blightfall and now overrides Dark Transformation instead of Outbreak. Huh? It overrides Dark Transformation. Okay. Some talents have changed the locations, some talents have been removed. Rider of the Apocalypse. Unholy Armament has an additional effect. Your ghoul and skeleton archers deal 10% and lesser ghouls deal 20% increased damage. Okay, so we're buffing riders. I mean, that's fine, even though everyone's playing riders. I tried Sunline and it's really bad. It's really bad. Feast of Soul has been updated. While you have 2 or more horsemen aiding you, your Death Coil deals 20% increased damage and Epidemic deals 20% increased damage. I mean, good. We get some buffs on the hero talent tree, but why are we nerfing the baseline then? I think... I don't get why we're buffing here instead of the baseline, because Sandline sucks anyways, you know? You know what I mean? So it makes no sense. I think the baseline should be... Then we could maybe nerf this to... Or just buff Sandline. To make them more equal, because this is real bad compared to this. So, very weird. This is just gonna make Riders even stronger than the Sandline, right? Frenzied Bloodthirst has been updated. Essence of the Blood King increases the damage of your Death Call and Death Strike by 3% and the Epidemic by 3% per stack. Okay. Here it says 6 per stack though. So is this a nerf? Trill of the Blood has additional effect. Dread Plague deals 5% and Virulent Plague deals 5% increased damage. Okay, I think we should buff the disease damage on the Sunline way more. Like, let's do this 30%. Desecrate has been updated. Death and Decay deal is damage 100% faster. Again, there's a lot of Death and Decay talents in the Sunline tree and well, we're not pressing that much, right? Chosen of the Frostbirth has been updated. When Frostbirth is recalled, it now grants full haste bonus at 50% duration instead. Oh, okay. I see. This is a fair change, I think, right? This is a fair change. Oh. Solar Pitch has been reverted, now consumes out 2 available charges to cast Putrefy, no longer grants a charge. Okay, I mean, guys, honestly, I didn't read this, I really didn't, but we are connected, we're connected. They know what's bad change, they know what's bad change. Scourge Strike now applies Virulent Plague in addition to spreading it. No way. This is good, this is really good. I love this change. I really like this change. This is it. This is it for the DK. Now, to sum it all up, again, we had some really good changes. Mistweaver, I really like the changes. Marksman, I really love the changes, right? Everything else, they were just okay, you know? Everything else was just okay. Now, so the changes that I like are 10 out of 10. The changes that are okay are just, 5 out of 10. And the changes that did not happen are 0 minus out of 10. Okay? And those are, again, Frost Mage, Fire Mage, Sub Rogue, and, well, that's pretty much it. Okay, and the biggest changes of the patch, housing. What do we have here? If guild member currently in the guild neighborhood is kicked or leaves the guild, they will now be teleported out of the guild neighborhood during their eviction. Their eviction notice should be visible after teleporting. So, big news for the housing, guys. Watch out, because you could get evicted. So, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next patch notes and any of the guides. Check them out. I did a lot of, I think, 14 by now, 15 almost guides. So check them out. Soon we'll be doing a tier list as well. Well, because new patch is coming out. Maybe a week after the patch. Once I get some, you know, games in, we'll be doing a new tier list. And yeah, thank you for watching once again. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.